One subtle way we know that our hadith chains are true is that they follow the pattern which you would historically expect. So, for example, if you look at the companions, the seven most companions that have narrated the most hadith, they're all those that were alive after 50 Hijri, let's say. Because you would assume that the companions who passed away earlier than 40 Hijri, the Muslim world had a lot of turmoil, there was a lot of conflict, and the focus at that time was stabilizing the Muslim world. When Muawiyah radiallahu anhu kind of consolidated things, that's really when teaching and learning like thrived. So the Sahaba, who were alive after that time, they ended up being the most, the ones who narrated the most hadith that we have with us today. Or, for example, if you look at women who narrate hadith, you'll see in the in the early chains. So if you're looking at a hadith chain, early on, it's very likely for you to find many women. But as the chain goes down, because Islam started in Medina, it was easy for women to access a hadith. But as the chain goes down, you come to a moment where now, to be a very serious hadith scholar, you have to do a lot of traveling. And the reality of the situation was women were not doing a lot of traveling at that time. So you don't see a lot of women in those eras in the hadith chains. Other things you'll see is that you will see that different scholars have different students, so that follows a very natural progression pattern. There's many patterns like this that you can see that shows us that these chains are not just made up in thin air. They very much follow the pattern you would expect by just historical realities.